And on this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Wolfbox T10 mirror dashcam, which has been upgraded, so it's now called the T10P or T10 Plus. And they have added Wi-Fi capabilities to this dashcam so you can access it using your phone. And we also have a front camera, rear camera, parking assist, parking monitoring, and more. So first, I'll show you its features, what you get inside of the box, and then I'll show you driving footage so we can see how well the dashcam actually performs. And as always, I'd like to remind you that I place a link in the description down below to this dashcam in case you want to get one for yourself. And the dashcam mounts to the mirror of our car using straps. I have removed the mirror from my car just to show you what this process looks like, but normally this is done on the car. One strap is gonna get applied on one side and the other strap is gonna get applied on the other side, effectively securing the LCD mirror dashcam to the mirror of our car. But also notice that if the mirror on your car is longer than the dashcam, we can slide the camera out, which is gonna allow us to shift our mirror to be centered directly behind the LCD mirror dashcam. And the T10 Plus measures roughly about 10 inches, and this is an important measurement to be aware of if you want to make sure that your visors are not going to conflict with the dashcam. Additionally, the T10 Plus supports sliding the main camera out this way, and if you do slide the camera out this way, that will add approximately about another inch, so it now becomes about 11 inches wide. And in addition to the slide out feature, the front camera also has the ability to be aimed to adjust the viewing angle. And moving to the bottom, we have a single power on, power off button. And moving to the top, we have a USB-C port for power, the input for the rear camera, and the memory card slot. They have already included a 32GB memory card, however this dashcam supports memory cards as large as 256GB. And finally, we have the input for the GPS antenna. And this is what the rear camera looks like. It is waterproof, so it could be mounted outside of the vehicle or inside of the vehicle. And that is done with the included high-strength double-sided tape that gets applied right here. Then I can peel this back and then stick this to my car. Additionally, the camera has an integrated bracket that allows us to adjust the viewing angle. And to connect the rear camera to the dashcam, they have included this extension cable, which is roughly about 6.5 meters long, which is roughly about 21 feet. Also included is the GPS antenna, which also has double-sided tape in the back in case we wanted to peel this and stick this to our car. And to power the dashcam, they have included a cigarette lighter adapter plug with a right angle USB-C connector. Now the good thing about this plug is that it does feature an extra USB port on the back, that way we can power both our dashcam and also another device of our choice. But now let's move over to the vehicle so I can show you the rest of its features. Now we are shown the rear view, however we are able to change that by swiping on the screen either to the left or to the right. Now this is the front view. Swiping on the screen one more time brings us the front view and the rear view. Swiping on the screen one more time returns us back to the rear view. Additionally, we can further adjust the view by swiping up or down on the screen. I'm going to move all the way to the top and return it to the middle. I'm going to do the same thing for the front. I can also adjust that view as well. We also have the date and time on the upper right hand corner, and we have an indicator that we are recording on the left hand corner. You can see that red blinking dot. Tapping on the screen brings up a menu to control the dashcam. And tapping on the very first icon allows us to stop the recording. Tapping that icon one more time resumes recording again. The next icon, which looks like a camera, allows us to take a picture. And the third icon that looks like a little lock allows us to flag the section of the video that's currently being recorded as important, so we can find this video a lot easier in the future among the many hours of video that this dashcam can potentially record. The next icon, which is a microphone, mutes the microphone so we are only recording video. And tapping that icon one more time re-enables the microphone. Moving to the right, we have a brightness adjustment icon, and we can lower the brightness or we can increase the brightness. And the last icon allows us to change the views. Instead of swiping on the screen, I can just press this icon and it's gonna cycle through those views again. And to play back the videos, I'm gonna stop the current recording, and now I can tap this icon that gives us access to the playback menu. And as you can see, the video files have been sorted out into 4 different folders. The very first one is normal video of us just driving around, potentially nothing exciting happened there. The next folder is videos where the dashcam believes we might have gotten into a car crash. The next folder is a folder for all the pictures that we might have taken. Additionally, we can also change and only see either the front view files or the rear view files by tapping on this icon. But now let's play back a video and we can see it on the small screen, or we can enlarge it to see it better. And now let's look at the parking assist. When I put the car on reverse, the parking assist function lowers the camera angle a few degrees, and now we have reverse guidelines. Now these reverse guidelines are adjustable, and that is important because I can display the reversing view in 2 ways, either in this full screen mode or in this zoomed in mode, which gives us a little bit more detail as far as what's behind us. If we're gonna use the parking assist in the full screen mode, we will wanna adjust those guidelines so they match correctly the areas that we are trying to highlight. I like to use my parking assist in the zoomed in mode, so my parking assist guidelines have been adjusted to reflect the places that I am trying to outline. And notice what happens when I put the car back into D. The dashcam is going to return back to its prior view. Now, if you want to see how to enable the parking assist, that is done by connecting 1 additional wire to the rear taillights of the vehicle. I have made a separate video showing how that process looks. I'll put a link to that in the video description down below. Moving over to the settings of this dashcam, I'm going to stop the current recording and press the little gear icon. The very first setting is going to be resolution, where we get 2 choices, 2.5K for the front and 1080p for the rear, or 1080p for the front and the rear in case we wanted to fit more onto the memory card. We also get a Wi-Fi icon to turn on the Wi-Fi in case we wanted to access this with the app, and the reversing light icon allows us to adjust the reverse guidelines, and they are fully adjustable either left to right, up or down, so we can position them so they can better reflect what our vehicle is going to look like when backing up. And we can also change the dashcam language in case we wanted to change that from the default language. We also get a screensaver option that can turn off the screen after 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes while the dashcam continues to record. Or we can turn that screensaver off, and this is gonna keep the LCD panel on all the time. And for parking mode, the dashcam does require the optional hardwire kit, and once it's hardwired, we get the option of enabling 12-hour time-lapse parking monitoring or 24-hour time-lapse parking monitoring, or we can turn off the parking mode altogether. The G sensor is also adjustable between low, middle, or high, or we can turn that off. We can also adjust the volume of the dashcam, including turning it off altogether, which also turns off that beep sound you hear every time I tap on an icon. And we also have a daylight savings time. This is a very helpful feature if you live in a place like I do, where the time changes often. Enabling this option on or off will either add or subtract an hour to compensate for that daylight savings time adjustment. But now that I've shown you the options on this dashcam, let's move over to the app so we can see that functionality as well. And the Wolfbox app is available for Apple and Android devices, and as you can see, I have connected to the dashcam and we are shown a live view. We also have this little icon that allows us to display that in full screen. Tapping that icon returns us back to the smaller screen. We also have an icon that allows us to switch to the rear view. Tapping that icon 1 more time brings us back to the front view. And we also have a microphone button in case we want to temporarily mute the microphone. Tapping that icon 1 more time re-enables the microphone. We can also stop the current recording by tapping this icon. And if we wanted to resume recording, we can tap that icon 1 more time. The next icon that looks like a camera allows us to take a picture. And to access the videos that are on the dashcam, I'm gonna tap the device file icon, and that is gonna bring us to the playback menu. Again, the videos have been sorted out into 3 different folders. The very first folder is video of potentially us just driving around, nothing maybe exciting happened there. The next folder is pictures that we might have taken with this dash cam. And the last folder is videos where the dashcam believes we probably got into a car crash. We're also able to select individual videos or multiple videos either for deletion or to download them to our phone for safekeeping. But let's play back a video. I'm gonna tap on that and the video is gonna stream directly from the dashcam. However, we can also download it to our phone if we wanted to play it locally when we are disconnected from the dashcam. We can also take a screenshot or delete the video. And finally, we get this icon that allows us to change the settings of the dashcam. But now that I've shown you the features of the app, let's move over to the test drive so we can see how well the dashcam actually performs, including the audio test. And this is an audio test of the Wolfbox T10 Plus mirror dashcam, and I am sitting on the driver's side seat. And this is an audio test of the Wolfbox T10 Plus mirror dashcam, and I'm standing outside the driver's side door. So who do I think that this dashcam is for? I think this is gonna make a lot of sense for anybody who wants to get into a mirror dashcam without breaking the bank. Also, this is gonna make sense for anybody who's looking for that Wi-Fi feature, since Wi-Fi is not commonly available on mirror dashcams yet. And if your deciding factor on getting a mirror dashcam is that it must have Wi-Fi, but you want something wider than 10 inches, then consider the Wolfbox G840H, which comes in at 12 inches wide and has recently been also upgraded with Wi-Fi capabilities. I'll put a link to both the T10P on the description down below, as well as the G840H mirror dashcam in case you want to get one for yourself. And if you guys have any other questions regarding this, please put that in the comments down below. If you found any part of this video helpful, hit the like button to support the channel and stay tuned as I have a lot more mirror dashcam reviews coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.